Yo, these sessions? Yes, it's me, big man, the biggest. Anyway, I gotta go to work. I gotta work at a gym. Anyway, what's up, guys? It's me. I'm gonna talk. I just thought about something. This is what I call the furry. What was that Netflix special where the little girls were dancing? The little boys and girls were dancing like sexually clothing, like sweeties or some cuties. Cuties. Yeah. So cuties. Obviously, somebody wants us to start liking children. That's like, there you go. Like, if you're like, that's too crazy idea. Okay, you're wrong. Anyway, next, so like that's like if it's that obvious. And now to finish my theory, switch that with instead of kids, you have furries. There you go. Why do I think this? I think a lot of I don't know. It's not that far to reaching to think that a lot of trends are not out of nowhere. Like, they're made by somebody. They might even have a budget of millions. You see commonly really popular advertisements get embedded into the culture with people repeating them and acknowledging them for decades, as we have. So, what is it really a difference between a trend and an ad? And after I make the point with the furry, I'll go on to like bigger things. So, why become a furry? Just spit in the face of humans, pretty much, make them like animals. It's like if they didn't do the ad campaign, you wouldn't be wearing the tail, and you would probably be like normal. But like that, and then let's go outside the furry now. Furry is just a fandom club, group mentality, mentality, not group mentality. Like, the mentality is like what mentalities are. If you walk into a Macy's and you hear a song, the big chances are that song is probably designed specifically for you to be there, unwanted, you listening to that unwantedly. And it's gonna influence you. You're not an animal. It's gonna influence you. But yeah, and another reason why I started with the furries is just because that's the first thing I thought of when that's the first connection I made when I connected the Twinkies and cuties and furry, like how like. Oh, I mean, to me, the both are bizarre, but and it's like funny too. But I really think that, like, I wonder if the Chinese government or the U.S. government created furries. All right, let's say it's not a government. What group? Rich group. Their goal, obviously, to make humanity into the stupidity island, to like just slosh humanity, and it's like, yeah. Do I make sense? I know one thing. If I don't make sense now, it's gonna be it's whoever's brain makes the sense. Like, whoever watches this will make the sense. Apparently, like usually, like if you took a bunch of random words and put them together, it would still make sense. But I think I'm like maybe like 50% to all the way to like maybe 70% random, and then the 30% is my idea. But my voice execution is like it's like overhead throwing a bowling ball and like trying to get a strike. Dude, the future is so fucked up, dude. Dude, you know what the future is gonna be like if it gets worse? It's gonna be like Cuties comes out again and it gets a solid like 7 or 8. Religion. Who's up for some religion, guys? Religion is actually a pretty funny topic. There's like the people who believe in it, and then there's like the people who not believe in it. Both are really funny. But at the end of the day, I mean, like, if you like, I just saw a car from like their window, from their mirror, car front dashboard mirror, hanging a wooden cross. It's like, it's not bad, but in this specific circumstance where we're living in a material world, it is maybe fucking useless to have something like that. I mean, alright, maybe if you're doing Exorcist, I don't know, I would like want like a cross, crescent moon star. I want like the Jesus, the Shuriken star, yeah, the Jewish stuff. I want all those ninja weapons from Jerusalem. And but I was at a Baptist church this Sunday and I walked in, I'm like, I stayed for the whole thing, it was nice. And it's very like, why are churches like the most cleanest place? Like, the churches are a lot more fancier than they need to be. But I'm not saying that's not bad, because a church could be a great place for refuge. So just because it looks clean, it's not straightforward. Like, stop. All right, I know you're thinking, you're like, I'm gonna get you. I'm talking to myself, by the way. I'm gonna get you, but no, it's not a straight bullet. It's not straight. Like, you guys aren't straight, okay? Y'all aren't straight. Let me just say right now, big secret. Y'all aren't straight. Life is like a curve. it's like the map where you're like, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's like you die, and then you're like, dude, but what about like all the stuff I bought for you, God? All right, if I was a mythic monster, I think my power would probably be like in a World of Warcraft like RPG where you have this special power that makes you ethereal, so you can't take damage, but you can't receive it, and you're like kind of invisible and you walk through places. I think I've had people call me Ghost enough times, and like just other things in my life to have like something like that where like, but at the same time I have like very little health, and it's like maybe I could like float in the air, maybe like I have like a 3D kind of like I can go in like all directions, up and down, but I can't do that much damage unless under really specific extremely primed circumstances, like prepared circumstances. And the reason why life goes to the extremes, to the super dystopia good, to the other dystopia evil, like the yin yang, and I think it is trying to the simulation is trying to end itself. Maybe just so, and usually when something ends, a score is to be had. Maybe a score. It's very human of me to think that, but yeah, that's why things just diverge from the eternal, immortal balance, because it's trying to end itself. Why? Oh shit! I thought I was trying to act like I know everything. All right, I guess you got me. I guess you got me there. I mean, even I can't answer why. And I'm like the next 20 minutes I'm gonna be like in the top 10,000 people for like just like a couple seconds. Everyone creates their own leaderboards in their head. I just did. Elf leaderboards? Dude, why am I 10,000 in my Elf leaderboard? When you don't know your town and community, and the community doesn't know you, that's why there are online communities. With the obvious big ones, but the newly implemented many niche categories as well. Imagine the internet without, like, if we didn't need a communityless internet. So we wouldn't use the internet for those purposes. So no phones. A phone would kind of be like a useless invention, so the phone would never be invented. But if there was no community, how would humans be run? How would like anything work? Unless it was an entirely hamster 100 by 100 100 per 100 cages per 100 cages dimensions of some sort of automatic system that takes care of the human completely, kind of like a Matrix pod. But what would the human do? Like, if a human without community, like, would he just do nothing? Would he try to like entertain himself? Would entertainment still be a thing? So let's say there's no more, so far there's no community, and we're at this point of the automatic kind of like, the food is automatic as in food, like everything, like there's no point, everyone's in one room. Everyone has their own room. There's no point in talking to each other. Like, they don't want to, they have no need. If they're in the same room, they would just act like they're like the only ones in that room. So, everything we have now in this community world, real life Earth, there would be a different version of it. So it would practically be like everyone has their own masterpiece, and it doesn't have to be like they make it. It's not like that. It's just everybody would have their own version. Like their DNA would be read up, and their own like slightly different thing would pop up. So their favorite slightly different food and all that stuff. So I think what I described was pretty much the other end of a spectrum, zero community. I mean, it seems very robotic. So in that sense, I could say that community isn't robotic. And then what is robotic? What is robotic? Rhythmic. Technology. Like, we think of robots with electricity and wires. But there exist computers with water cooling, liquid in them. So maybe the zero community isn't so far off, because we still have places we call buildings, but instead of one person, we have maybe 5, a family. And instead of having no need to talk with someone, we talk with, let's say, 20 close people on average, that I guess. And but what is like the difference between robots and humans? Sentience. Is a squirrel sentient? And I think that's kind of where I'm gonna leave it off, actually. Like, I think humanity right now has a problem answering that question. And I think, wow, I love saying that. Squirrels are sentient. Robots remind me of multiple cell organisms, extremely underdeveloped, even the latest AI. So it's like looking at a multi-cell organism. It's just doing its due. But we control it, we energize it. Unless we code it to like give itself power. Which is actually not that hard, I guess. Like, let me think about it, okay? So you would have to code a program which reads the battery level and adds battery. Battery would be extra, like, so let's say it's solar powered. The solar would get all the energy, put it in the battery, and then the computer would just be running all the time. Let's say all the time. Usually you want it to be running all the time, let's say. And during the night and emergency off times, whenever the solar panel does not work, the battery is using it. There you go. And then you would have to code another program to take maintenance. But then you would have to create all these programs. Like when the battery gets bad, you have to create like a fucking program of a program that's a factory that makes the battery. So then the program would put that new battery in the old battery and switch it out, and that old battery would have to be like done something. So you have to make another program where you have to dispose where it needs to like somehow learn how to dispose of all the old parts, and you need to do another program where it replaces everything, and it has to be some kind of system where it can do it without breaking. And if it breaks, how is it? What if the anti-break system protocol breaks? I mean, we can probably fine-tune it to whatever. It's gonna break every 10 years, and then we gotta make it better. It breaks every 10,000 years on average. They do the statistics. Whoever done it, it's possible, I think. But I would say there's always a moment. Like maybe. Like there's rarely, is there infinity? Because then it would be so like, what happens when it's like a little bit less than infinity and it breaks? And then it's finally infinite, it'll always be. And then once we get it to always be, what if like there's a completely another machine that just like is made to destroy things like that? And then there you go. That's how you kill that thing. Yeah, life rarely balances because it's when the moons align and stuff, but in your own terms per event. Yeah. words are flexible enough where once you kind of know like how humans tick, and you know enough good words and word vocabulary and all that sort of stuff, you can probably beat anybody in any debate. And this is from like kind of like what I saw. I learned this from one person, but yeah, like once you're just like a certain level of good, you sort of become this like legendary thing, like you become almost like a sort of demigod on earth. Like you can literally form any group and any type of cult just by luring people in, and just if the people don't really have any goals, you can kind of like lure them in. But it's not like about like the people and all that stuff. It's not about that. I'm saying just be like, you really have to be careful. It's like knowing that is one thing, but like actually being able to do it is like ultimate power. You need to watch out for those people, and they're good people too. They're not like malicious people. They'll just like capture you in their energy, and sometimes they're good. I've met actually more than one person I've seen this in. I met people who are like, I think are like completely good-hearted, who are incredibly talented and all that. They're just like they kind of don't let you go, and they kind of they're too good. So they're too good for like the average. So they hit a cap, like the too good cap or something, and then there you go. Like you literally can't do anything. They can just outword you. Like you can, yeah. But yeah, that's a sentence stays. Like once you're good enough, you can literally beat anyone and anything. Doesn't matter right or wrong, logical, illogical. But at the end of the day, I learned it's usually a goal that they're backing. Like if they're backing, like for like people who are good intentioned, they even though it's not logical, at the end of the day, they have good intentions. Like they want you to realize something or do something. But it's kind of up to you to like be like okay, like calm down. It's I would say it's like dealing with like people who are extremely smart. What's up, guys? It's me, the main character. Bazooka power boom! TNT Muslim blast! Yeah! Allahu Akbar! What's up, guys? It's me, a Muslim version of the main guy. Yeah, the sand is still dry. Anyway, yeah, dude. One more mini lesson about expecting things, because like, dude, just like life is another great piece of loving whatever, because like just the simple fact of expecting something, like you're literally driving around swerving around people being like with the notion of I will make this intersection, I will make this turn only if they see me and they stop fucking like driving. It's like I don't know how you, I don't know like if she's like a big like religious person, I don't know how you put that much faith in anything, but Allahu Akbar blast. But I'm sorry, Allah. Let's just cover Eminem and Kanye. Like people like them, like I think like however like maybe like even 50 Cent, like however serious the topic is, I still like how they keep it to the roots, you know? Like they got the $1 million big budget projects, and then they go up on it and they're like, asshole, bleach, Asian women, money fucking bitches. I'm not, and trust me, I'm not making that's bad, the lyrics are bad argument. I'm making the comedy argument that like, that is just like, it's just like so fucking funny. It's just funny. It's like a if you look at like the study of humor, that's funny. Like that correlates to being funny. Video game donkey, the untouchable guy, because hey, 1 minute, I'm making a joke over here. You guys can't criticize me. Okay, let's see. Video game donkey, a rare example in a way, because if you are good at something, why not do it? And that's what video game donkey did. He did exactly that, and he never stopped. So if you make one thing and it's great, but if you do it 1,000 times, is that like one great thing that you made the first time, like that like level of greatness, because there's 1,000 versions of it? Is it? Some people would say no, it wouldn't change the quality. Those people aren't rich. So next up, after we get the basic mathematics down of this, so after we get past that, there's no arguing this. It's like, there you go. So now that we know the quality's dropped, he's done a couple like the best donkey videos. Donkey hasn't progressed, and that's why his videos sucky ducky. And it's not even sucky ducky. It's like an embarrassing kind of suck. It's like you think he would have like expanded and progressed onto something with one of the most dedicated fan bases, but he just kept going. It's like, no, that's normal. Like, you wanna, SpongeBob is doing its 50th season. You can be shitty like SpongeBob too. You can do that. You can keep going. So yeah, he kept going, and now we did this recent thing, and this is like the main idea of this video is Donkey's most embarrassing shit ever. Am I gonna get pulled over by this guy? Nah. All right, never mind. I'm not. Anyway, you see people risking videos like this? Boom. Gotcha, Donkey. You're dead. You're making a video every day, and then each day it's like the videos are lower quality, and you're uploading them right before midnight. So it's like you didn't even prepare. So it's like, there you go, you didn't even prepare. And then like the last 2 videos are the most embarrassing videos you have ever released in your life. Like to like to your audience of children, I guess it's funny, but to someone who's like a normal brain, after like the development has stopped going and you can't like just like make like a retard children's episodes. And it's not and again, Donkey is very hard to pinpoint because a lot of people don't really know about once they get good, because people really don't even like get to that level. And they don't really like, and how would you even know of what to do after you get good, even if you're still stuck on that part? So after you get good, what do you do next? You do the same thing forever? I guess so, because it's doing it for Donkey. But let's just see. I think Donkey is a very smart and clever person. Like, so let's just see. Like, maybe it's gonna take a really long time. Maybe he's just comforted. He's living the life right now. Okay, you can't disturb him. He's making his video game videos. But all right, last 2 videos. He was like, guys, the second to last video we made, guys, I'm making this big video. It's gonna be so big, and it's obvious it's like a joke, but it's like, I'm like thinking inside my head, it's like, Donkey, I know it's a joke. I know it's funny. I mean, you see me laughing. I'm already laughing. Okay. I'm already laughing. This is proof. Look, I'm not like my friends used to do this. Like they used to like I don't know, for some reason they had like really they were like really malicious intended for some reason. They would like play one of my videos I made with a friend, and then they would look at me without smiling, and they'll be like, Alp, me not laughing for 5 seconds straight looking at you is the proof of the presidential executive parliament proof that that I am right and this thing is this and this thing is this. It's like, okay, I get it. It's like and all it does is leave like something for me to chuckle about when I'm older. So yeah, I guess it's kind of like that. It's funny. But holy crap, I know you're lying. I know it's gonna be a shitty ass video, but please, Donkey, like the life is amazing, because someone like Boogie2988 will do a Francis sketch where he has a real mental breakdown, and then he posts it like it's a Francis skit, like it's a comedy. And this is kind of like Donkey's version, but Donkey is like, whoa, he's very smart, so he's kind of more self-aware. But you can't escape from showing your feelings. So it's definitely, this video tells me that Donkey is thinking about making something big. Maybe he's in the process of making something big right now. If he's making something big right now, I'm all wrong. This entire thing's wrong. It's been a waste of time. But if I'm not wrong, which I am right for now, because after that, it was literally a 3-second video of this Donkey Kong milkshake that he rips from online, and it's been 3 days since he uploaded. He's supposed to upload every 3 days. I mean, every day. But like, it just like kind of, like, I know, like, you're making video game videos, bro. You gotta make a little bit more of that. You gotta do a little bit more of that. But like, god damn. Like, am I going the right way? Hope so. But anyway, like, wow. Look at my face. Wow. Donkey, that's the most embarrassing thing. If your whole channel is not the most embarrassing thing, because in some cultures of some worlds, and not like the good a job culture, like the you get the culture where you're like, I'm jumbling my words. I'm saying is that it's not all like, god damn, please make something good. You're so clever. You're so smart. Please, Donkey. Please, Donkey. The moment you get that money into your life, Spider-Man's grandpa once said, a lot of power comes with responsibility, and responsibility, this is the key point right here, responsibility is stressful. Maybe you've heard that a lot of extremely rich people, like industry rich people, are actually in debt. So when you have all this money, it's the reason why people don't even want this, of course it's power, but people are so fixated on the power aspect, they have really really failed to realize and just failed everything else in general, because it's you feel the power, you don't feel the power, you feel you know you have power, but you feel the stress of having the power. And I invite you to really try to like get a lot of money, like just having a lot of, that's why people like kind of like to spend, I feel like, at the same time they like spending, but they like dispersing of the money, because like unless you have, I mean, like having all that money in a bank and like somewhere, you kind of start to realize like, damn, this could all go away And usually, most and commonly, to even get that amount of money, you have already been putting in and sacrificing a lot. So just because you have that in you, that money in the bank, that large amount, doesn't mean that like the next couple days you're already in debt and you still have to like pay off a lot of things. Like people, if you come across, if you ever happen to have that much money, it's usually you have to like really take care of it, and it's usually fluctuating in and out of banks, into your business, into something, and it's usually flowing, and it's very simple to like flow all the way down back to zero. Which even movie stars have that problem. Like when they get rich and then I mean I can't live without my security. I have to pay them, and there you go. Like that's just like one out of like let's say 32 things they have to pay off, and it's you kind of see, and it's kind of scary. It's kind of like a heart palpitation to know that you were like, oh shit, I have all this money, but what is it really when I'm spending it all? And I feel like the dream vision of having having like the GTA 9999 money, where like you never have to worry about it, it's very rare. It's very to get there, you really have to plan and balance the formula of your life extremely well. And just because you are rich doesn't mean you have that ability to do it immediately. And that's just what I've seen and heard, and from my own blah blah blah. And very few people have this. Because, and you don't hear about it either, because you only hear about the bad stuff happening to the people who don't know how to control their money. So the people who are in control of your money, you will never know. You will never know. A real rich person will never tell you. You will never be able. They'll be too smart for you to tell that they're rich in the first place, because they're already smart enough to know that they can't fucking be walking around in a suit all day. And if they are, you're probably watching a video of them in a safe building. Unless it's that one video where it's like the 1% versus like the common middle class, and it's like a crowd of people with this guy in a suit holding the 1% sign, debating everyone. He's like destroying everyone. That's like the Dead Rising mall. Yeah, that's like Dead Rising, where it's like killing 50 people with like one blow. That's like Dynasty Warriors. Yeah, very few people have it, and the ones that do have it, you will never know. You will never know. And like the people who you do know that are rich and who know how to handle money, let's say Warren Buffett. His part of his business is building himself as a brand. So in a sense, that's the reason why he's showing himself. Because doesn't he have like a investment firm where you can invest money or something? I really don't know his thing, but he has a thing like that. He is a brand. You look him up and you see quotes of him with a little picture. He was my wallpaper for a time. But yeah, very few people have the skill, and it's I mean like every day, every second is the biggest and greatest opportunity. To prove it, I will give you the reason why now is the biggest opportunity. Largest transfer of wealth in the world, and currently, and the crypto is rising. Even though it's not like, when I say that, it's not free. It's not like you press a button and you get rewards. Like it's big, but it's still as risky, because you're probably gonna get scammed because you don't know what you're buying. Because if you're not careful. Goddamn! Like a couple days ago, I was like looking at Doge, because Doge was like, it's like low enough. I was just looking at I was taking a look at Doge at one point, and it was low enough where it was low, like right before Doge had the most massive spike. If you see in the chart, it's at that price right now, and it's like one of the lowest prices it's at as of current. So if you're into Doge, I would get it. I'm like gonna wait a little bit more, but I mean, Doge is like a funny coin. It's not like you're like that Reddit guy who I was originally talking about, who was like, yo, is it normal in 7 months it went from 14k to 7k? It's like, wow, damn, I don't want to be that guy. You gotta be thankful. If you're thankful, what from my experience in life, when you're thankful and you're just like virtuous, the path will be so clear. Another dark video for another dark journey. Actually, I'm just kidding. God damn it, my freaking girl. Come on. Hello. This is the high school guide. When I was growing up, I used to have Anthony Fantano. Before I even started to become a hater and then eventually like him, before all that, I remember listening to an Anthony Fantano video about high school and about the hardships and how to like just a kind of like a pep talk and kind of like a kind hug from Anthony Fantano, kind of guiding me through high school, kind of telling his experiences, telling me like some tips, even like some college, even discussed college. He was like, yeah, if you want to go, if you don't want to, like, I'm gonna do another version of that, and I'm gonna do I'm gonna try to give it a more positive success light. I'm gonna be like, you can salvage this high school career if you're struggling, if you're in high school right now, and you're like, damn, I can help you make it. I can help you make it so when you leave, you'll be like, I played the video game high school and I completed the campaign. Because I feel like I literally do not want to I don't want to grow a year younger, because I don't want to be myself. I don't want to be myself a week ago. I literally released a song a project that really shows my growth, and it's just like a real strong human that is progressing will not want to even go back a day. Why would you want to relive that? It was hell. You're better now. You're supposed to be, at least. But I didn't always feel like that. Like, I even questioned if I could do more in high school. But now, like, I'm definitely sure. I feel like fulfilled. But as much as I can from high school. Like, I mean, oh, but by the way, back in my day, I mean, like, back in the generation's day, they were like lit as all hell. They were probably like, you didn't even need like the teacher and student were like fist bumping. But now it's like worse. And probably in your day and age, is it looking like a cell? Like, is it really looking like a jail cell? Like, goddamn, it can't be that bad, right? But anyway, if it's that bad, it doesn't matter. Your place it just makes you more of a badass once you conquer it. My experience: year 1, I was very little. Year 2, growing. Year 3, growing. I had a girl. And year 3, I had a 4, I had a girl. Yeah. I went to prom. Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter if I'm still with her. Nah, it's high school. It's high school. You guys gotta go. It's before the real life. But what matters is like you're doing stuff. I was doing some videos. I always think to myself, I really have an easy time disvaluing my entire past, because I think to myself, I could always have done better. But every second of every aspect of everything, like every catalog, everything of everything can be said about that. Yeah, so, and then, year 4, okay, I got in trouble for doing the video. I don't know if I covered this in a session, but I got in trouble for doing a video. But long story short, whatever, I regret that I deleted it. I literally could have, like, made more, I could have been, like, a history, like, if you know what I mean, by, taking them to court, taking my own school to court, debating that, my argument that I always said, it was just art or something. Like, I could have made that argument. Doesn't matter if I win or lose. I would have stood up for myself, and I would have, wow. But anyway, damn, I wish I did that. But yeah, that happened. So year 3, I was trying to get at the school, and then once I got at the school, and I was like, okay, that was fun. And year 4 was kind of like I started like getting on my like peers' nerves. I kind of started filming everyone, and I became the enemy. But you know, that's a very lovely cycle. It's the hero that becomes the villain, because I'm not even like, I didn't even become the hero by choice. I just fucking made the video, and now they're like chanting my name during the pep rally, and they like I was given the underdog hero role. I was like bestowed that, like, goddamn. But I quickly turned that around by becoming the villain, because they want to like cheer me on for some reason, and I'm like, nah, like I'm the new generation, bruh. I'm the new generation. You think you're gonna be a fan of mine and just like sit on your ass and like clap? Nah, I don't fucking need a fan, dude. Like, this is a new, okay? I'm gonna harass my fans. Being a fan? Allahu Akbar, blast! Yeah, like I picked on him. I just videoed them. I just ended up being the villain of them. There you go. That was the whole thing. Doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean you should have this exact path. Doesn't mean you should listen to me. Doesn't mean what I did was right. Doesn't mean I have the formula for success. All of those, no. It just means what I did and what my personality went for ended up being a fulfilling high school career. So what can you take from me? Absolutely nothing. Can you be entertained by the story a little? Yes. Can you learn the general ideas of why I did it and how I got to the point where it became fulfillful? Yes. And to be more specific, I mean that the general ideas, the philosophy, I guess. Just do stuff. You probably gotta do something big and embarrassing too. Like, would I do half the stuff I would at 18? No. Would I voluntarily, like, do, like, holy crap, I would literally have a panic attack if I did the stuff I did. But again, you know what? I'm doing different stuff now. I'm grown up. I'm not gonna throw myself like to do crazy stuff, even though the quote that quote where it's like, right when I thought I was out. Well, I was checking the time. My video cut out because I was checking the time. Right when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. Like, that is like everything that's entertainment and everything that you think is like not connecting to real life just because you think it's entertainment or just because you think it's like a non-fiction, not real. It's you're fooling yourself. It's the most real. It's as the fake this is the theory that this is based on that unicorns don't exist. Let's say that they don't exist. If even though they don't exist, a unicorn is still as real as a horse. Why and how that is true? If just try discussing with someone and just keep saying why and other than that point where you make your own discussions and see yourself. Other than that, what I came to is that in the end, it's all real, and that's valid for multiple things: physically, dimensionally, like past, present, like now, not real, but unicorn is just one mutation away, and then we can literally make animals, and then we can make the unicorn, and then what is actually like real? Like, was it actually fake all along, or was it just an idea that became real? Stuff like that. And if you don't get it, I'm happy to discuss with you. Arguing is like whatever, like arguing, discuss, whatever. I like both. And whatever if arguing is progresses things, then yeah, argue. But the negative connotation. What else? Yeah, that was it. I think I covered it pretty well. This is one of the more wow, in 2 minutes? No, wait, I just started recording. What is it, 4, 5, 10 minutes? I think I covered fast ground with this, yeah. But yeah, like the most basic thing, the too long to read. Reddit. Reddit makes me want to do an Allahu Akbar blast for real in real life. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the too long to read. Constantly do stuff. Like and I have spent a lot, even though I've rapped about doing stuff every day. Let me give you a little clue in, huh? Give you a clue. I've done nothing for a long time as well. I've still struggled with doing nothing still. Like, even that's why I don't even want to go 2 months back, because I'm like so much better than I am 2 months ago, 1 month ago, 1 week ago. Really, and I have proof, and I can show you the difference, I can show you the videos, I can show you the music. But that's why I don't want to go back. That's why, if you do want to go back, that's an indicator that you must do something about it now, and it's so hard, dude, sometimes. It's hard. For me, even this morning, I shed a tear sometimes for my fallen soldiers and for like all this shit everywhere in the world. Even today, today, I just said yeah. And I still get like the panic attacks that I can't stop. But because I had the thought that it's like defeating the unkillable enemy, the opposite of you, that you look at it and it's exactly you, and then you realize what is the opposite. Like, I mean, not that, no, that's kind of cheesy, but the first part, yeah, where it's like the opposite of you is not, it doesn't change, can be nothing. Something that changes can still stay the same. Just because the opposite doesn't mean it's a monster that's so scary, even though I'm gonna that's like a cool idea. But it can be just you stopping yourself. And the unkillable enemy. You're always, no matter what year or 2000, 3000, 4000, whatever year you're in, it's still 500 BC and you have a sword and you're gonna fucking kill that thing. Even though it's gonna kill you and you have to defeat it. It's so strong, it's the strongest thing you've ever seen. It's impossible, it's impossible. And then you do it. That's what it's like. Hey, it's me. So I dedicate this video, and it's the whole video, by the way. So if you're not these type of people, I'm sorry. No, if you're not this type of person, you are probably God, Jesus, Nathaniel Pepe, or someone who is perfect. I'm Josh and Pepe. I know you got. Anyway. But why am I making jokes just for like one person? Just putting it in a video. It's like that Kanye line. I'm on TV talking just like you and me. Wait a minute, no. Okay, so these are for the people who get got. Not to be a death grip or anything, but not to put a death grip on the conversation or anything, but not to put a death grip on your emotions or anything, but like everyone gets got at some point, and it's not like these. If only I could just be this guy and not get got. And no, you're no. You're not like you're not a sly guy thinking if you just had one more thing, you would be like a. If you just had this one more magic thing, that something would happen. No, you would have the same exact life. If this life right now was an anarchy fucking rocket ship state, you would be thinking the exact same thing except replacing the fucking words. So it's not that life is not the genies exist. As in wishes cost money, and genies are just liars. You say they're free. Everything costs everything, especially when you have a lot. Because then you have a lot to lose, and you're constantly stressing about that now for the rest of your life. But anyway, back to the getting got. When you get got, the turnaround time from the point where you get got to the point where your future self who has been gotted rises above the numerical level that you initially got it on. If you rise above that, like a chart, like a stock chart where it just goes red to green, that's great. Well, it's not, you're not super special for doing that, because even if you fucking if you laid down on your bed, you would eventually, your emotions would rise up naturally. So the real skill is, like, what I recently just said was, I'm just saying, even your brain will eventually tell you that, your brain will give you the confidence to bring you back to the position, your brain will, if it's God, if it's your brain, you'll get back and you'll get your confidence back. Like, you're a fucking liquid computer. You're not that special. Like, we can, I'm not saying that to just be like a negative guy. I'm saying that because you're not special. We can reliably know that you will get back on your knees naturally. Your body will push you back up. Your body wants you to win. Your soul wants you to win. So the real skill is how fast that happens. And how fast that happens, how many times that happens, no, not how many times that happens, how fast that happens, and how many, and your endurance, because it's gonna happen more than once. That's the third thing. Multiple wars, you have to survive. Like, just because we're not fighting in a war, I gotta grab up order. Just because we're not fighting, wait, I'm gonna throw that point out. The point of this video is so those are the options. Focus on getting back as fast as possible, because time is the most important element, and the reason why getting got is bad and good, but aside from the criticism, I'm not talking about the criticism, which is in getting got, but I'm talking about you getting got and rising above it and improving yourself time, because getting got wastes time, because you don't want to be in a negative headspace for too long, because waste time is terrible for you. I gotta go. I swear this happened. I was at trucks. I was at a walking convention just down the road on the rail trail, the Sean Daly Trail. And I saw a shooting star. And I was like, at the exact moment I was dancing, I was like thinking about like if I was like to dance on a stage, and I was listening to This Is America by Childish Gambino, and I saw the star, and I suddenly realized the implications, and I have like a goddamn wish. Weren't we just talking about wishes? Okay, so continuing on the wish, so I literally saw the fucking, I literally saw a shooting star. I was thinking about something else. I lost something on the ground now I have to find. Anyway, and I wished, the only thing I thought was like to be on stage, and then I'm like, oh crap. I just wished that I wanted to be on stage now, like now I'm thinking to myself, now I'm kind of stressing out, like, what is this going to entail? Is it going to be like you know how wishes go. You know, we were just talking about it, how it's going to be like for all the bad reasons. Maybe I'm on like Dr. Oz or something, or like some like a messed up version of that wish. And then I saw another shooting star, and my immediate response to that was, I wish to not be on stage. and now I'm at like two crossroads right here. Like, I thought about it. At first I was like, did I actually like mess up big time? Did I like rip a tear in the wish thing? But then I kind of realized either two things. Overall I'm happy. It's like an experiment. It's pretty much an experiment. Like, I never heard this before, so this is a new thing. So either I cancel the wish, so it goes out to 0, or the second wish permanently makes it so I can never be on stage. So there's either like a neutral or like a negative, or the third possibility is like, I don't know, maybe something cool happens, but like the two combined, to be on stage but to not be on stage, like that's where I'm at right now. But that's like the little thing I thought. The story of how I sold my color car. Well, first off, like 5 minutes before the people came on Craigslist, they like had to get they had to like withdraw cash from the ATM across the street, the convenience store across the street. So that. So that's step one. Step two, they came with like a full. It was like a Ford or Toyota. It was like a large 4-door, and it was filled. Like it was like a classic redneck family. It was like filled. And I was like talking to them why I don't like the car. I was like, yeah, Fords are kind of like the steering wheel is kind of annoying. It's like hard to steer. Like for some reason, like a lot harder than it just like feels like. And they looked at me. They all had the same like royal family inbreed expression. They all did like the are you stupid look. Kind of the same look I told that this guy gave me when I told him I was like a Muslim at a Baptist church. Kind of gave me like a concerning eyebrows look. Imagine doing that to people. Imagine having like the empty-mindedness to like genuinely go someone who you're trying to make a connection with, and then like 7 seconds into that connection where you don't really know, so you don't want to like joke about them too much, but you kind of want to like set the precedence, and you just go like, I don't know, like those people are those are like the enemy makers. They're not. If there's no such thing as good and evil, then it's just like enemy maker. The closest thing I can say. Like, I don't know. This is like a beef face, like for white people. Huh? For like they're never fighting, just like showing the face. That's really important. For white people, doing the face, like the face is really important. And make sure like if you're like driving and you do something, and then they make sure they do the eye contact, they do the and then they do like the, or if it's like a conversation, they'll do like a rich white mom thing. Like they'll like really play it off. They'll get their lines that they've been memorizing, and they'll freaking start like, they'll make you, the brain power it takes for you to feel this size, they have thought about it and they have perfected it. You could say that's their skill. You can say that's their job. I mean, whatever job they really have, if it's really like something, if it's actually something anyone can do, even though you need like a computer work, like any computer work, that's like accounting from like a fucking being like a nurse. Like if you just know what to do, it's like okay. But anyway, I'm not like roasting. I'm just saying like, if your skill set was your job, their jobs would be okay, tough guy. No, it's not like that, but it's like a lot smarter. Right? I just can't come up with a good one right now. Let me try. Ready? You think you? Alright, I can't take myself seriously. I wouldn't do a good one. But I'm like on low battery. Alright, it's time for me to go.
People always thought that I was very negative,